Even as I speak, there are events going on around the globe to help the kids of Brazil. This time last year, there was a lot of hoopla over the World Cup. And plenty of money was spent, as you can imagine. Elaborate stadiums were erected for a lot of money, but not a lot was done for the country's kids. An organization called Negus World is trying to change that, along with help from another group we have featured here on Arise, Hip Hop Saves. Johwell St. Cliein is the founder of Negus World. First, tell me what that name means.
Well, Negus means king in the Ethiopian language. So I've always been fascinated by the history of that country, being the only black land that's never been colonized. So I wanted to use that for the name of our organizations. And, the whole philosophy of your body being a kingdom and you must defend it by any means necessary. And we added the whole world because this is who we wanted to inspire.
And thank you for correcting me on the pronunciation of Negus.
Many people pronounce it differently.
No, that's okay. Look, how many countries are participating this weekend? In this
we had 20 countries that were confirmed, and as I looked through the internet, I'm finding out that many other countries were involved. But they were like, it was actually 20 events in 14 different countries that were involved, because we have 4 events in the States, 2 in France, and like 3 countries in the African continent. So it definitely was a big event.
The one thing that bothers me, we were talking about this with women around the world, with our last guest, the doctor, and how women are dehumanized in many ways. Children also are our greatest resource.
Absolutely.
And you find that there's a lot of neglect, and a lot's not being done. I scratch my head about this all the time, and I wonder why. You're probably more of an expert on this than I am. What's your opinion on this whole situation?
I mean, working full time with the children here in the United States, I'm mind blown finding out, how our children are being neglecting. Even the notion of saying that the children are the future, I think is a total misconception. The children are the present. They need to be taken care of like right now, before we even can think about, what they will become.
I remember hearing a report some time ago, about a year ago, that the children are dying in various areas. I think it was like 18,000 children a day.
A day.
A day.
I
mean, that's just unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, yet happening.
Now, your organization, you've been around for about 2 years now, correct?
The organization has been around since 2007.
Okay.
It's 2 years ago, last year, that we've decided for our 7th anniversary, that we've decided to start producing the worldwide fundraiser, what we call the Negus Worldwide Party.
What have you accomplished within the last 2 years? Is any milestones that come to mind in terms of changing the lives and empowering youth around the world?
Right. Oh, so many things. I mean, last year we gathered enough proceeds to buy 6,000 school lunches for children in Haiti.
Wow.
This year we are building a soccer field for the children in Brazil. But even before that, ever since we started in 2007, the word has been spread in like 37 countries around the world. So there's been so many things happening, so many people being inspired by what we do.
The key thing here also, as we're looking at some of the video here, is cooperation amongst and with governments around the world. What kind of cooperation are you getting from governments?
It's hard to tell overseas, but over here, since we are working with the children, we have been since they invited our children to perform at the United Nations, with collaborating with Hip Hop Saves Life that you had on your show before. So we have the ear of the government, listening to what we do, and we are hoping that there will be more involvement. That it hasn't been to where we wanted it to be, but we have the ear of the government.
Well, I'll tell you, we've run out of time here. I got to commend you for what you're doing. It takes a courageous heart to step forward in a situation like this, and you're certainly doing a commendable thing. And we hope to have you come back and talk about some of the other things that you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. A pleasure. All righty. And thank you for joining us for Arise Review. You can keep in touch with all Arise News programs on Facebook. I'm Julian Phillips. Have a great week, a great Mother's Day, and a prosperous week. Take care.